Before we get in the video, please like, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, go ahead and leave a comment below, and click on the how you can help, which brings up the Family Friendly Game website and gives you lots of ideas how you can help us. Thank you. Recognize the reinforced security is. Please be careful out there. Security is reinforced and we gotta take care of it. New quests. Let's go to the bulletin board. But first, talk to Doogie. My idea is a nice little one weren't enough to deal with. It was on the bulletin board, but I get you speak if you missed it. So Margaret left the lair before disappearing without a word. I think that the resistance is planning something. I was just on my way to talk it over with Parks. It'd be great if you could join us, but only if you have time to spare. I don't have time right now. Don't sweat it. You've got focus on recovering. Take it easy, alright? Okay, I want to... Come think of it, there's something fishy about that security checkpoint too. It might be possible that you are one of the first to be falsely detained. Whatever it is, we're picking up a scent. Let's keep this up. Oh, one more thing. Now you're reporting to Aprilis on your subjugation quest. With her gone, you can just report to me in her stead. Shantae Parks and I will figure out a way to get you compensated for it. It's difficult being reminded about what happened to her. But for now, you just get out there and put your best foot forward.
Hey! All right.
Want to do anything? Haven't finished. Okay. Enhance.
All right. Let's get to prepping. Leave it to me. What do you think? Let's do this. What do you think? Leave it to me. That's a wrap.
I wonder where sacred branches are.
That
Oh,
should do
wait.
it.
Last one, I can do another one.
Let's do this. What do you think?
Okay, that's all we can do.
Good work out there.
There's the board. Alright, so we got stuff to do. Out in the town, chapter 8. First thing I want to do is go buy another heal potion because I used one in the last battle, so that would be my first.
What's all this commotion?
Already bump into a guard. There we go.
Are you hurt anywhere? If you're hurt, come to me right away.
What's this? 60% or a full one?
Be sure to follow the instructions. Be sure to follow the You must take better care of yourself.
Okay. Let's jack him up low. Okay, there we go.
Leave it to me.
Oh, deal with the vast popping up and being a pain. No, nothing's really going on there.
I'll handle this. Let's go.
Okay, where are we going? Oh, the Pendleton Company is right up there. Let's go there.
What's this city coming to?
What's gonna happen to Baldur?
Sorry.
Is this all for Glia?
Become
Oh, he was fun. That gave me 3 knocks. That's it. Wow. I felt like a fun little battle, but it was like, nope, that's it.
no need to rush.
Here I go.
Switch.
Are the knights really doing the right thing?
What are the hieroglyph knights up to?
What's this city coming to?
Alright, into the Pendleton Company we go. We've received a message from the prison mine foreman requesting your medication. We wish to consult you immediately about the miner's compensation. At a time like this, I'll head over now, so keep them busy until I get there. Yes, sir. There's something you might need to know about the gold's procurement from Salceda. There's logistical error, so the deal has been suspended. During that period, the market has shifted quite a bit. And what have you done about it? Would you... A supervisor 4. It's not here to solve every... I'm not here to solve every trivial matter. My apologies, sir. Mr. Pendleton, how would you like me to reply to the Altego branch? The current sovereign requests your presence at the royal banquet. Altego? That's too far. I can't leave the company for that long without Carla here. Tell the branch manager to attend the banquet in my place. Well, he certainly looks busy. Yeah, probably because Carla's not here. Miss Krisha. Oh, it really is Miss Krisha. What? Mr. Ritchie? If Miss Krisha were to return, it would solve a great many of our predicaments. Why have you come back? I heard Carla was detained, so I leave. Huh? Krisha, the affairs of this company no longer concern you. Pendleton is no place for the likes of a dingy florist such as yourself. Well, that's not very nice of him. She's very clean, I'll have you know. Just because she's a florist. Oh, Krisha. Wait, this is her battle to fight. What? You can't mean it, Mr. Ritchie. Yeah, Miss Krisha's here to offer her. You two stay out of this. He's grumpy. Ah.
Father, you're right. I did leave Pendleton, but I'm still a part of this family. I'll never forget everything that you and Carla have done for me. So please,
The time for remission has long passed. It was your decision to leave.
Yep.
Once you've made a decision, you must commit to it and accept its consequences.
Well, maybe those feathers are in your cap is your real problem.
I understand. Then I have a proposal. As the owner of Le Petit Fleuriste, I propose a business arrangement.
What did you say?
We at Le Petit Fleuriste offer to provide investigative services to Pendleton. We will confirm the safety and whereabouts of Carla Pendleton, your chief of sales. As compensation, we seek the white sarin flowers that bloom across Altago. We understand you have these seeds in stock, and ask that you give us a courtesy discount. We will also require you to provide any and all information relevant to the investigation.
Do you have any idea what you're suggesting?
Some partnership.
How can I partner with a flower shop from the slums with no reputable achievements?
A man with your merit and experience should be able to tell if we are trustworthy.
What?
Under the conditions I propose,
Looks that way.
Pendleton would incur no liabilities. Like you said, our shop is still small. That is why we offer to shoulder the risk.
We can talk with your mom about that
As
a little
someone
later.
once told me, gains are made by taking losses.
If you really want to
You'll
dye
be
your
up
hair, we
against
can
the
talk with
hieroglyph
your mom about that
knights,
later, okay?
who are on the brink of war against the Empire. What can a lone flower shop do?
Well, after
We
later
won't
we can talk
saddle
about
you
it.
with
I
the
don't worry
details.
about that.
I know Pendleton is busy enough as it is. But I can guarantee that the results will be satisfactory.
Miss Krisha, impressive.
Krisha, why is it only now that you're able to do this?
Turns out, I had a lot to learn from opening a shop of my own. At first, I was afraid to even decide on order quantities without you and Carla. But if I wanted to keep my shop open, I knew I had to make decisions on my
Oh, she's
own.
grown up.
I couldn't run away like I used to, even from things I wasn't good at. It was just common sense thinking back. I'm embarrassed it took me so long to learn.
So it was I who stifled your growth.
Yep.
That's not true at all. Without you and Carla, I would have never learned the things I needed to get to this point. I could have never done this on my own. That's why I have to save Carla.
I filed a complaint with
I
the
filed a
Roman
complaint
garrison
with
for
the
what happened
Roman
to Carl.
garrison for what happened to
Oh,
Carla.
great.
But Warden Belger wasn't there, so it was a fruitless endeavor. Was any and all information relevant to the investigation not one of your conditions?
Yes.
Father!
Alas, the garrison didn't have any information, but for whatever reason, the Knights did. According to them, Carlo was detained on suspicion of colluding with the Monstrums.
Really? Does that mean...
The charges alone aren't enough to incite suspicion. For all we know, they could be true. I'm sure Carla's reasons would have been justified. It was the fact that they had the gall to arrest someone from Pendleton without consulting me, considering my relationship with them. It is a most unwarranted and concerning act.
They're not even bothering with Keith. Or maybe they don't need to.
I can't believe it.
My personnel in the mines report that the Knights often meet in the prison's restricted sector. Rumors are circulating that the Knights are holding their newly captured prisoners there.
The restricted sector. Maybe Carla's there too.
Maybe.
It is a possibility. That's all the information I have about Carla at the moment.
Thank you, Father.
I can't believe they intend to rebel against the Empire by usurping the Governor General. While it's true the Empire did invade Glia, it's better governed under them than the royal family. I think the current events are a necessary step in history, but a rough one nonetheless.
Mr. Pendleton.
I'll send word if I get any more information.
Be careful.
Be careful.
I will.
Woo.
One last thing about your shop. Its location lacks visibility and is disadvantageous to your exposure. Even small changes can bring about vast improvements to your business's image. Remember what I've taught you.
Thank you, Father.
Maybe open a second one somewhere else. Just a thought. Wow, you rocked that, Grisha. Huh? Rocked what? Standing up to your dad. What else? You really surprised me there. Yeah, I surprised myself, if anything. I'm glad I was able to tell him how I felt, though. So where to next? Either the cemetery or the Coliseum. Which one's first? Well, ammonia should be over in the cemetery, and we can find out what happened to Felix from the Coliseum. Let's go, Adol. Okay. We'll go here. This should be the cemetery, not the cemetery, the Coliseum. It's you lot. You're at the Cultural Heritage Site. Oh, you're that government official we ran into. Is something the matter? You're looking pretty tired. Tired, I suppose I might be. I've ended up wanted by the hieroglyphic knights somehow or another. That's right for you. Of course they are. I'm here by imperial decree. Their manhunt is nothing short of treason. That Charlard, he deceived us. Seizing the government general must have been some form of revenge to them. Nevertheless, I have a plan to... Huh? Those are cursed knights. If you excuse me. She's got to run. Run for her life. Okay. Guess we gotta get into the Coliseum. The story is picking up, man. Business is picking up, as like JR used to say. Here we go. Haha! Coliseum seems emptier than usual. Guess they really did put all their showings on hold after all. We need to find out why Felix was taken away by the knights. Talking to his coworkers is probably the fastest way to do just that. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Hey. Excuse me. Oh, you're Felix's friends, right? Yeah, because we wanted to fix it. We got something broken. It got wrecked. We heard he never made it home last night. That would be because he was taken to the prison. Oh? I'm sorry, I objected to what the knights were doing. Really, I did. The rumors are true then. But they can't be. Why Felix of all people? Remember that bull that went on a rampage on the show? He was taken in on suspicion of endangering spectators with his reckless bull handling. You're joking. Wish I was. Anyone who was there knows it wasn't his fault. It's gotta be some mistake or something. The knights were the ones to blame for that in the first place. Yeah, those guys make up any random offense to toss someone in the clink. Those dirtbags, they're just framing him at this point. I was thinking just saying, nothing good can come from this. Guess that means the knights have some business with your boy toy. There's some kind of common link with your sister getting hauled in, pussycat. You mean Carla and Felix? They're not exactly comparable. I mean, he is compassionate, I guess, and surprisingly kind and smart, and... But God, just what are you trying to make me say here? That's okay, Yufa, calm down. Probably because it's related to the Monstrums. Drop dead. Looks like it was Felix taken away yesterday. In the evening, right after our night show got canceled out of nowhere, the knights called out and stopped Felix on our way home from the Coliseum. Not just knights, some Roman soldiers were there too. Roman soldiers? So they ran on it too. Actually, they were trying to bail him out. Apparently, they were there during the show when the bull got out of control. The Romans were helping him? But Felix ended up taken away by force either way. Roman soldiers said they couldn't do anything about it without a warrant. Just what is this all about? Felix. He's not the only one who's taken away. The whole city's been on edge. And here, everybody thought the knights were the good guys. Well, anyway, here's hoping Felix comes back to us soon. So Felix really was taken away by the knights. I'm so sorry, Yufa. I'll be okay. Let's keep moving, Adol. We can't just stick around here. So the last on our list is cemetery. And pneumonia should be there. Let's get going. Alrighty. First, I'll do this.
Ain't getting away from me.
Goodbye. Oh, a chest. Defense elixir. Ooh. Moving to the cemetery. Up and to the right. Here we go.
Adol.
Adol, I'm glad to see you are okay.
What's wrong?
Yeah, did you remember something? They didn't really cut her hair straight. Yeah.
I had forgotten something very important to
Oh?
me. When Aprilis was pierced by that sword, that is when I remembered. Long ago, I was once a doll that was given to a certain little girl. She belonged to a common farming family, though they lived comfortably. As this girl's doll, I watched as she grew into a proper young woman. Those were modest, peaceful days. I thought they would continue as they were forever.
Oh?
That was until the girl, Rosvita, was discovered to be a saint and sent off to war.
I'm going now, Anemona. I'll be back before you know it, so be a good girl and wait for me, okay? When the war's over, we'll have a wonderful tea party together, like we always do.
And those were the last words she ever spoke to me.
You mean Saint Rosvita?
You were Saint Rosvita's doll?
Good for you?
If those memories came back after seeing Aprilis' final moments, does that mean...
I'm not entirely sure yet. But there was one other thing I remembered. As time went on while she was away, I found myself spending time with another human. I called him Papa.
Happy birthday, Anemona. For today will be the first day of your life. Now open your eyes and look at me. Stretch your legs and feel the land beneath your feet.
Huh? Who dat?
Papa was the one who gave me a soul and a conscience.
Okay.
Is that even possible?
Who the hell is this guy?
Unfortunately, I haven't remembered much more than that, but something inside me tells me Papa is much closer than we realize. Perhaps more of my memories will return with time.
Anemona.
Is it that Chedlord guy? I'm alright now, everyone. Should we return the deadline for now? Well, we have finished checking every place we needed to. With money here, let's head back and sort things out. Jump over a night. Oh. Not suspicious or conspicuous or anything. More story time. Tonight's row we're snatching people up off the streets. Master and Commander Shedlard. What exactly does he intend to do with them? But the Knights haven't done anything drastic since they captured the Governor General's office. That's what I don't like. It's the calm before the storm. Perhaps it has something to do with the recent arrests. I find it difficult to believe that they've come this far just to hang up their hats now. Maybe they're waiting for something. What? Don't look at me. I haven't shown up to work in a while, so I'm out of the loop as you are. Master Shadowlord, as you are all aware, he's very vulnerable and deeply trusted ambassador between Gilly and Roman. Despite that, it wouldn't be unexpected for him to at least foster a deep hatred for Romans. Really? How can you tell? Master Shadowlord always seemed like a guy with productivity for the moderate. When Gilly was invaded by the Empire, he was on the front lines defending Balduc. A massive battle erupted on the outskirts of Balduc. The 4th Battalion, commanded by General Bourdin of the royal family, suffered defeat. The general retreated from the battlefield into the safety of Balduc's walls. The Roman Empire, with their victory in sight, pursued him without mercy. I believe this was a battle which resulted in your parents' passing, Yufa. In mere moments, Balduc was besieged by a Roman general known as the Roaring Leo. The battle soon became a siege war. Humph. Tell us something we don't know. Yeah, I remember the city being in chaos when I was growing up. You see, it was that moment that ignited a chain of events leading to our crisis today. 4th Battalion was outmatched and desperate, for its provisions were depleted. the same time, the city was being overrun by riots and pillaging from within. Shadowlord was stationed with a company that chose to obey orders and stand their ground. Knowing they wouldn't last, Shadowlord executed a plan that would turn the tide of battle. He took a small number of troops, snuck past the siege under cover of night, under the guise of reinforcements using flambeaux. They ambushed the Roman Empire. In response, the 4th Battalion agreed to advance and launch a pincer movement. That's not a bad strategy. Indeed, they even managed to obtain approval from the stubborn General Bourdon. The maneuver was set in motion, and the stationary troops engaged the rear guard. The disarrayed Romans struggled to respond, and they waited for the 4th Battalion, but the Bauduc gates never opened, and the 4th Battalion never emerged. So they just left them to die? Correct. Supposedly the general changed his mind before the maneuver was to begin. Needless to say, the Romans regained their composure and retaliated. They made quick work of Shadowlord and his company. That's terrible. Bauduc's stationary troops were comprised of young, talented men, and all but in an instant, all of Shadowlord's trusted comrades were annihilated. All that happened right outside the city walls. It's the truth that Gillian royal family kept from the outside world to this day. They announced their unconditional surrender right after that, didn't they? That's right, but that wasn't the end of the Shadowlord's efforts. After the surrender, Shadowlord proposed that the families of the fallen comrades be indemnified. The royal family promptly refused. Shortly after, Shadowlord was baptized and founded the hieroglyphic Knights in Gilead. That explains his Gilead complex. I feel terrible for him, but it's not enough reason to roll over and just let him get his revenge. I agree, nothing's good can come out of this. I hear you, so what's going to be, Adel? I'm going to find out the truth. Probably not the only one who thinks there's something fishy about that place. I'm curious to know what Dad's up to. It's clear Shadowlord has something to do with what's going on inside the prison, and I just know that Carla and Felix are being held in a restricted sector. Just you wait. I'm going to have his head on a platter. Then it's settled. It's great that you're all pumped up and all, but the restricted sector is a high alert now. Your gifts might not be all it takes to get through unscathed. It was only a matter of time before something was done about all those break-ins. If only there was a way to get inside without being noticed at all. The restricted sector, wasn't there an old aqueduct there? Was there? Check out the big brain of the kid. I think I remember it too. Judging by the direction, it's probably drawing water from Seal Canyon. Seal Canyon. It's northeast of the city, right about here. Then that's our new front door. Appears as though there's a barrier preventing us from access to that passage. Figures, guess there's another barrier we're gonna have to dispel first. We're ready to do whatever you are, Adel. Be careful out there. There's hieroglyphic knights at every center of the corner of the city. New quests. That's how we break it down. I also have the one that, what's his name, wanted us to do.
Sure thing. See you later, then.
Yeah, let's do this quest. You're real pal, you know that? Alright, meeting's about to start. Can always use another head to pitch in. I believe they choose now of all times to start their resistance. What are you doing, Margaret? Maybe it's because it's the perfect time. They're hitching a ride on the Knights' Rebellion. Roman won't know what hit them. Gaha, letting the old hag run free really bit us in the behind, huh? I guess it did. I do not believe that Margot is the one who's instigating this plot. I spoke to her at length about the burglaries in the Noble District. I investigated myself and discovered that the internal structure of the resistance is muddled. After Margot was in prison 3 years ago, the younger members seized the helm in secret. The recent thefts and scams have been part of what they call the public awareness campaigns. Their objective was to accumulate capital and purposely imprison themselves to release Margot. So they commit these crimes knowing full well that they're going to get caught? That's what it's like when you've got something to believe. They're brewing up something big so that would be well within the realm of possibilities. I wonder what they're going to do. Bunch of things from a bygone era reduced to begging for scraps. We can't underestimate them. They're the ones who started the revolt against Romans 3 years ago. Cities are already in panic. We need a diplomatic solution. Last thing we need right now is to monitor our relationship with Rome. Knight's Revolt has already begun pulling a precarious thread for Gilead. Then we've got more than one reason to stop this. How are we supposed to do that? What do we do? We have no idea where they're hiding, and we don't know what their plans are. Actually, we might. Margot's kind enough to leave a trail of breadcrumbs for us. The location might be of interest to you. Visit a kiosk at the main gates. Back alley, pub in the District District. Old timers at the main square baths. These are places the resistance may be. It is too certain to be certain. The only way to find out is by investigating these locations. Sorry putting us up to this. Just do what you can, even if it's just dropping by. We'll be on the lookout for intel. Peril of the Bells. We're here.
All right.
Here I go.
Okay.
What's all this commotion?
Hey there, dudes. Welcome to Visitor Kiosk. Oh, wait. Where's the usual guy? Isn't it usually Alex shift right about now? I can say, dude. I just got called to fill in. It was pretty out of the blue. Guess they couldn't get a hold of him. It's supposed to be a day off, too. Give me a break, dude. Literally. Sorry to hear that. Does this mean what I think it does? Anyone off of them lately? Off? Well, actually. Now that I think about it, yeah. This guy's been stopping by the kiosk a lot lately. Looked like a shantytown resident. Seen myself, but he seemed to be an acquaintance of Alex's. Apparently, kept talking about some sort of preparation for something. Alex seemed kind of against it at all. Kept asking the guy if we're really going to go through with it. Must be some kind of birthday party they're planning, huh, dude? Wonder whose it is. Going by the note we got, this is most likely something to do with the resistance. Must have been talking about the preparations for making the move today. Doesn't that make Alex one of the members? I had no idea. And one working right by the main road, too. Guys got guts. Are we down here, dude? It's kind of got a job to do. Alright, sorry about that. Thanks for your time. Peril of the Bells. Him again. Sigh. I wonder if Gaston will be okay. Something the matter, miss? You look a little down. Oh, you're all from Dandelion, right? Just gripping about one of my regulars, a guy named Gaston. He showed up last night just before I closed up shop. Told me it might be his last time there before paying off his tab and walking away. It does make you wonder. Doesn't it? Come to think of it, there was a rumor he got tangled up in some incident recently. He hasn't shown up since then, not until last night, that is. Gaston, that's the name of the thief who targeted Noble District warehouses. That's right, the one who got away in the end. Did Gaston say anything else to you? Well, not exactly to me, but he was just mumbled some stuff as he was leaving. Things like, this will show those Romans and can't let it get damp, whatever that means. Can't exactly believe what he was planning from that alone. It sounds like we've already done. It sounds like we've hit the mark. Right, Margot's intel did lay us straight here after all. Still, just like Margot, we've got no idea where he actually is. Listen, Gaston's from the Shantytown. He's had more than his fair share of fights with Romans. He has a good side too. He's looked out for me ever since my husband died. I don't know what he's up to, but could you do something for me if you happen to see him? Just tell him to thank before he acts, that's all. Of course we will. Carol of the Bells. Up and to the right.
What are the Hieroglyph Knights up to?
Watch where you're going.
Oh, you see the little whippersnappers the boss roped in. Glad to see you can make it. Can we help you, sir? Wait, you just said boss right now, didn't you? Does that make you the old-timer Margot was referring to? Me, I'm just an average geezer who fancies a visit to the Bass now and then. Saved for my service as a core member of the Bells of Freedom 3 years back. Aha! We found somebody. Hard to imagine an old man like you was a revolutionary. Then again, I guess it's not so strange considering Margot was your boss. To be fair, the group was originally founded by a bunch of old folks with not much time left. We figured their deaths would be a small price to pay for the bright future of our youth. Though it seems our blunder has led them down the wrong path altogether in the end. Yeah, the path of petty theft and burglary, as if you didn't already know. Sounds to me like you ain't much of a core member anymore, though. Yes, resistance dissolved for a time following Margot's arrest, but the youngins of the group continue to operate into the fold. I've been acting as their advisor of sorts in an effort to keep their hostility in check, but ultimately my attempts to contain them failed miserably. Perhaps I could have quelled their vindictive thirst had I succeeded. I see, but what is this resistance trying to achieve here exactly? Doesn't seem like Margot's anywhere around here either. It would seem they're ready to attack the garrison posts in each and every district. This revolt from the Knights has cued them in a perfect opportunity to take back Gilead. In preparing to do so, they've been collecting intel and identifying blind spots. What a load of crock. Doesn't matter how much chaos there is, you gotta have real bricks of brains to think a Roman soldier's gonna lose to some civilian. They've hardly got weapons or armor to start one step on their toast. That is, unless they've got an ace up their sleeve. Unfortunately so, Margot appears to be assisting them. Not directly in supplies, both through the equipment and the stores of gunpowder. What? But why? It would seem she intends to see this matter through to its bitter end. She's convinced starting this by her hand gave her the burden of ending it as well. Margot. Oof. Can't really say for sure if it's on her either way. But she has to want to stop it at least. What else would she put a request in? That means it's up to us to do something about this. Any helpful info would be appreciated. And naturally I plan to give it. That is why I've been waiting here for you after all. Here's my take on this. As a long-standing member of the Resistance, there's only one place in the city powder and weapons could be viably concealed. It would be underground and spacious enough to spare as well. Is my particular spot coming to mind? I think I have a decent idea. Considering everything else we found out, we should be able to narrow it down. Thank you very much, Mr. Ginjo. Not at all. I'm too old to raise a hand against those youngsters anymore. It's up to the next generation to carry on the torch, so please stop them before it's too late to give them the chance. After going through locations in the message, you all return to Dandelion. You then reconvene with Doggy and Parks. We thought those people when we knew Resistance members all the time. They've been blended in, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and if there's nowhere to be seen, we should assume they're in the final stages of setting their plans into motion. They're running out of time. Yes, time is of essence. With the information you've gathered, we now know where most of their hideouts are located. Cloaca Maxima in the shantytown. There have been questionable characters entering and leaving the area recently. Yep, and we've got proof of it for insurance. We've got witnesses who saw the Gaston guy and Alex from Visitors to Chaos. Done deal then.
Alright.
Nearly there. I'll let you take it from here. Madame Margot's then there. We'll need to prepare ourselves if we truly intend to assault the Roman guard post. We're counting on you, Monstrums. Leave it to us. Next stop, Cloaca Maxima. Where's Cloaca Maxima? Resistance members should be hiding out in here somewhere. We went this far. Also have to hunt them down. Let's get stepping. Check something. Oh, this right here. Okay. Alright, this is what we're going to need to do. Next time I stream this game, probably Monday night is my plan. Alright. Let's pick a superstar of the stream. Alright, so superstar of the stream is going to be Twitch Bunny, and I thank everyone for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.